Daniel Radcliffe just makes me sad. And you want to know why he makes me sad? Because he's not a good actor. Right? But we tolerate him because he was Harry Potter. Right? And I've watched a few things that he was in, like, you know, after Harry Potter, obviously. And he's just not a good actor. But that's fine. Whatever. At least he's getting work. That's cool. He's getting pretty good roles, and he's not really good at, so he broke the mold, right? But this dude comes out and starts shitting all over J.K. Rowling. Peak misogyny. And I'm going to explain my point here in a moment. Real quick, this is my alt channel, and my main channel is in danger every day of getting banned as a result of talking with these amazing people very candidly. So please do me a favor and subscribe down below. Helps me out a lot. Get the hell on it, doggone it. So anyways, Daniel Radcliffe came out and was shitting on J.K. Rowling because obviously J.K. Rowling, she's like she's a 1995 feminist or 2004 feminist, you know, like a normal feminist that believe, you know, what is feminism? It's equality. That's technically what it is, right? So feminism is equality. That's the whole point. And we've pretty much achieved that. Let's be fair. But that's whatever. Now, new wave feminism is now all to support trans women, you know, which is weird. It's like the complete opposite to me. But I'll get into it. I'm not really making sense, but you'll understand here in a second. New wave feminism is the support of transing children, putting small children on hormone treatments, allowing biological men to go into locker rooms. And there is no line, right? There is no line, right? So the entire point is you could be a completely passing trans woman and they still fight the exact same way for that person as they would for a guy that's literally bald and has a skullet that's painted in rainbow colors and is obese and just walks into the girls' locker room. They are treated the exact same way under the guise of this, right? So that's basically how that works. And just, oh my God, what, like 8 years ago? Just 8 years ago, J.K. Rowling, whatever. Just like 8 years ago or 9 years ago, she pretty much towed the line with normal thought, you know, like Hollywood. I guess you could say entertainment thought now. She's not from Hollywood, right? But where they all kind of have the same dumbass takes. That's what we thought about J.K. Rowling a couple years ago. And then it went a little bit more insane. And she just was like, nah. And now everybody, because you know how it is. Like, what is the common phrase? The left eats their own. They always do. The left always eats their own, right? And that's just how this works. And that's the strange thing. And I'm not a conservative, nor am I left when it comes to, I guess, politics or socially or anything. I'm just kind of like I listen to an idea and I disagree or agree. I just don't want to pay taxes. That's pretty much my whole stance. But at any rate, you'll notice that reasonably conservatives can disagree on different points and they're still conservative. But if you are on the left and you disagree with one thing, you are fucking, they are dead to you. And there's like they're putting hits out on people and shit. It's wild. It is completely wild. And that's what she's experiencing. It's like, what's that guy's name? Ethan Klein. Like Ethan Klein will say one thing. Ethan Klein will say one thing. That's a very dumb, like a bad take. That's completely against what he's supposed to believe. And everybody eats them. The left always eat their own. And that's the same thing with J.K. Rowling. A couple years ago, we were all, she wasn't really outspoken, but a couple years ago, she was still kind of insane when it came to all the stuff that Hollywood and entertainment preached. And now she's considered, quite literally, she's considered by college kids and people on Twitter to be a Nazi. And it's just because she doesn't want men in women's places. She doesn't want men competing with women in sports. She doesn't want children to be trans. That's quite literally it. And this has caused all these actors and actresses that she's worked with in the past to denounce her, completely denounce her, right? So that's kind of what's going on right now. So here's what Daniel Radcliffe had to say about J.K. Rowling. He said, obviously, Harry Potter would not have happened without her, so nothing in my life would have probably happened this way. What do you mean probably? It wouldn't have. No, you would have never been in a film. Let's be completely honest. Like, Daniel Radcliffe would not be an actor if it wasn't for Harry Potter. He's a bad actor. And he only got to an acceptable point in the last 4 years. Like an acceptable point of acting. He's still a bad actor now, but for the last 4 years, you can kind of watch movies in and he doesn't destroy it with his acting. He would not be an actor right now. I'm sorry. If there is no probably about it. But he said, that doesn't mean that you owe the things you truly believed to someone else for your entire life. And then says, I will continue to support the rights of all LGBTQ people, and I will have no further comment on that. So it's all to bend the knee towards a crowd of people that hate you. This is what this is always about. This is always about this. It is always about bending the knee to a crowd of people that want you dead. That's what this is. This is how it's always. What was that video game company the other day that apologized? The Farm Game. The Farm Game quite literally showed an animation of a anime like character, and I shouldn't say anime, but it's like a 3D model character with titty physics. Like their boobies were shaking because women have breasts in real life. And when a woman runs in real life, her titties shake. So they posted a animation of the booby jiggle physics on a farm game. And of course, like the sector of Twitter that are batshit insane, mid-30s, fat, like single women were pissed off about it. So they came out and apologized. They apologized to a mob and a demographic that was never going to buy their game. And now no one's going to buy their game because they're dumbasses, right? They're dumbasses. Why are you bending the knee to people that were not going to support you in the first place? Right? That is like me seeing 2 hate comments. Like on my Instagram, some guy was like, I unsubbed from you because Tim Pool's sponsoring you and he's a bigot. And I'm like, okay, so are you going to give me $1 million? Like, what do you like? I don't understand how this works. Like, the whole thing is, that's like me reading that comment from that guy and then being like, oh, damn. And then going and being like, I denounced Tim Pool, and I like delete the sponsorship and cancel everything because one person on Instagram was like, he's a bigot. That's basically what that farm game company did. They saw a few angry, like, annoyed forever alone women on Twitter, and they fucking apologized profusely. Please, we did not mean to offend with titties. We wouldn't want to offend the non-titty folk or the hot or the ugly folk and make them feel left out and because they're disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Titty jiggles, that's a fact of life, Third Martian. It is a fact of life that titties be jiggling. And I'm so happy they do. I love titties. Love them. You know, put the titties in the video game. There's nothing wrong with a little titty action. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that works. But at any rate, you have all these celebrities coming out and denouncing J.K. Rowling for one belief structure they disagree with. One! Keep in mind, J.K. Rowling probably agrees with everything else that these little goofy-ass, thirsty-ass, goofy bastards believe. And keep in mind, Daniel Radcliffe is saying this so his agency and his standing in Hollywood gets him more roles. Daniel Radcliffe doesn't believe this shit. Sorry. I know we like to, for some reason, think that all celebrities are just the moral arbiters of all that is good, but they're not. They're generally narcissistic. They're generally bad people. They're generally shitty. They're generally always involved in the most degenerate, deranged shit possible, right? They're going to freaking crazy meetings, got hoods on and shit, baby's blood and shit flowing. There's some crazy stuff going on. And for some reason, celebrities carry themselves as the moral arbiters of peak. The peak moral say is celebrities. It's the craziest thing. And for some reason, we're led to believe that. Like, I'm supposed to believe Daniel Radcliffe just overtly cares about everyone. Everyone's rights. Daniel Radcliffe, he loves them. No, he don't give a fuck. He just wants his money. Just like the rest of us. Just like the rest of us. The only difference is we are normal people. Carrie is a normal person. Billy Hatcher's a normal person. Peter Watkins, we're normal people. We relate more to normal people. We relate more to people that have less rights. Keep in mind, rights are given and taken away by the government, right? General rights that we think of. They can be taken at any point. We are on the low end of the totem pole. Normal ass people. We can relate to people that are struggling paycheck to paycheck. We can relate to people that are struggling, working 6 days a week, barely making ends meet. We can all relate to that. We're normal people. These people that have been hyper famous since they were 4 years old have no idea how to actually relate to real people. But we're supposed to believe they're the moral arbiters of all that is pure and holy in the world. They are. Daniel Radcliffe is the one that cares truly about every living soul on the planet because he's just that good. Keep in mind that he has no reason to believe that. He has no reason to feel this way. He also could never actually really feel this way because he's never struggled for 2 seconds over anything. Sometimes he gets pissed because his steak is overcooked at the 5-star restaurant and he paid $400 for it. That's his struggle in life. Daniel Radcliffe's biggest struggle is they put 4 ice cubes. Put 4 ice cubes in his drink instead of 3. And he specifically asked for 4 and he wants to talk to the management. And he's going to tell management, do you know who I am? That's what's going to happen. But we're supposed to believe that Daniel Radcliffe's walking out there thinking he just wants to take care of everybody. He loves everybody. We need to always have support LGBT. All these people, we need to support them overtly. Support them. I'm a good person. I'm a good person. Make sure you put that in your tweet. I'm a good person. I care. Write it right there. Right? Yeah. Good person. ... I care overtly. ... People need everything good. ... Love, kindness, peace, love. Give me money. Please give me money. And I'm not asking, by the way. That's these people. That's these people. And we're supposed to just believe that they're somehow holy. No, you bitches. You have to be a narcissistic asshole to make it in their industry. You can't any other way. Sorry. I don't believe you when you say you love all mankind. Bullshit. You don't. Okay? You don't. Most of these actors will let their family die for a $5 million payday. I have never had a hundredth of $5 million in my bank account. Never. And there is not an amount of money on this earth you could give me to take my mother from me. Right? If my mother had terminal cancer and she had a week to live, there is not an amount of money on this planet that you could give to take her that day instead of next Saturday. There's not an amount of money on the planet you could give me. But these people that will completely lie and say whatever the hell pops in their head and whatever their publicists and their PR and their management and their agencies tell them to say to get more work in Hollywood and get a few more millions of dollars so they can spend a few more days on their yacht doing coke off of hookers' asses and stuff. They'll say whatever it takes for that payday. And you best believe in 10 years, In 5 or 10 years, when the pendulum swings and suddenly it's not popular to trans kids, and suddenly it's bad to do this, and suddenly it's not approved by that part of society to do all these things that people are trying to champion now, guess what Daniel Radcliffe's going to say in 10 years? Oh, yeah, transing kids is wrong. It's completely wrong. We should take care of them and save them. Yeah. But Daniel, I thought 10 years ago you said that you were for that. Oh, no. No, it was, the science has changed. The science has changed. Give me money, please. Give me my money. I said the thing. Give me my money. I said the thing. You better give me my money because I said the thing. Sign my check because I said the words that you told me to say. Sign my check now. That's these people. They're shitty, terrible people. All of them. All of them are bad people, including J.K. Rowling. she just disagreed with one thing, and now they're all coming after her. Oops. That's how this works. Keep in mind, if you're going to align yourself with this spectrum of people, you better say all the same shit. And if you don't, you will be cast aside like a damn rag. Like a damn rag that somebody used for 2 weeks straight as their baby graver catcher. That's going to be your ass.